So we've seen a few things now for NBA 2k21. We've had our quote gameplay trailer where we literally saw about 15 seconds of gameplay. We've had all of our like pre-launch trailers and stuff. We've had the Zion thing, and now we got our first gameplay blog today, as well as the interview with Agent 00 with Mike Wang. There are a few things. Definitely that we know anyway. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about 5 things we know have 100%, no question about it, changed in terms of NBA 2K20 to NBA 2K21. So if you guys are new to the channel, subscribe. We will try to get more NBA 2K21 content out than anywhere else. Whether that be news, whether that be MyTEAM, whatever it is, we will try to get the most out, and we will try not necessarily be first, but at least somewhere close to it. So anyway, the first change is one that we noticed from the 10 seconds of gameplay in that Dame Lillard trailer, and it is the shot meter. So I've seen some more like closer pictures of the shot meter. The shot meter looks a little bit more like an NBA Live style shot meter. It doesn't seem like it's gonna be the biggest deal in the world. Like, still goes green when you hit it, still splashes underneath the player. Doesn't appear there's a foot shot meter. I just think there's a splash underneath them, because I'm guessing if you turn shot meter off. But one thing that has been confirmed is that shooting without the shot meter will actually give you a better chance of scoring. So this year, by the end of the year, it actually became better to shoot with the meter. However, at the start of the year, it was without question better to shoot with the meter off. So I wonder what way things are going to go in terms of the shot meter in 2K21. Will people end up using it? Because I think it is a little bit awkward to look at. However, with such an obvious green window in the shot meter, straight arms will be even more obvious. So, well, full white glitch. I've been calling it full white glitch since like day 3 of the game coming out. So it's not like it took us more than like 2 to 3 days to realize there was a straight arm problem. But yeah, so that is pretty much it for the shot meter. A little bit of a minor change, but a change nonetheless. So now we're going to talk about a little bit about the blog earlier today. Yeah, earlier we just kind of went over it a little bit. Now I'm going to talk about how I think it's going to affect the game. And a big change is the fact that 2K are again pushing for the pro stick, which is shooting with the analog stick. Lads, they've done it. They've gone full circle. They've gone NBA Elite 11 on it. They have gone NBA Elite 11 on us right here, lads. Do I think it will be a good thing? Hell no. But I'm willing to give it a try. I'm willing to give the pro stick a try, but I just know people didn't like it in 17. I know it was one of the buggy things with NBA Elite 11. I know it's a lot harder to put everything onto the analog stick because people start triggering weird things. I get it. It might end up being better for competitive players, but I think in general it's going to be a bit of a nuisance, especially if you are kind of a newer player. But at the end of the day, if it is an improvement to your shooting, I probably will end up trying to master it. I think it'll be a little bit more awkward than using the button, but it's not the biggest deal in the world. It's something that you're gonna definitely have to get used to, especially for me, because I've been shooting with the button since the dawn of time. Even back when people started using, the only thing I used to use the analog stick for back in the day was the spin dunks back in like 2K12 and 13. And then the other things that I use the analog stick for are like Euro steps, stuff like that. I don't even use them for unless I'm taking a safe dunk in NBA 2K20. So it will kind of be interesting the way, because so much different things are based on dribbling, and you actually can only shoot while holding it directly down. It is going to be it'll be an interesting one to see how it's implemented in game. Do I think it'll be a good thing? Probably not right now. However, I do think that I'm going to give it the benefit of the doubt. I'm not going to say it'll be a bad thing before we even get onto the game, because that is just dumb. But I'm going to give it the benefit I'm going to give 2K the benefit of the doubt and hope that it works okay. I'm not going to change whether I buy the game or not, but I'm just hoping it could be a great thing or it could be a disaster. I'm thinking it's more likely going to be a disaster, but at the end of the day, it's something 2K can very, very easily just patch out of the game by just reverting back to square or no bonus, and everyone starts shooting with square again. Next, we have got the dribbling change. So there are changes to the dribbling. So you have to do a size up, you have to hold the analog stick up. To do like escape dribbles, you have to hold the analog stick left or right. And pressing in the right stick, it says just moves. It's just like 1v1 dribble moves or like momentum dribble moves if you're holding the right stick. So because it's pressing in the right stick, I think there could be some random dribble moves. I really do. I think there's going to be situations where, because it's impossible to hold the right stick and move really, it makes it very, very awkward. I have a weird feeling there's going to be a lot more random dribble moves in the game. However, from reading the dev blog, there seems to be a lot more dribble moves and a lot more things to do, which means in reality, I think we're going to get a little bit more well-rounded dribbling, because dribbling this year, they had the behind the back, and when they took that out, it was the tween. That's all there really was. There was no real dribbling in 2K20. So I do think that that's something that will end up being a positive. While from just reading a blog, it looks like it's just a lot of confusing things. However, I do think that 2K probably will make it a little bit better. So then is a big one, and this is gonna affect my player. This is better, like this is a much better thing for my players, and it is a complete non-negative, and it's that Quickdraw doesn't exist. So like if you have your my player, if you're a park guy, if you're a pro-am guy, if you're a stage guy, you've kind of needed Quickdraw, and that's why people were using base 38, because it was fine on no Quickdraw or bronze Quickdraw, and you weren't losing as many badges. Quickdraw should have never been tied to a badge. However, my team is a little bit different. While it is a universal positive for a quick play, in my team it's a little bit different, because the Quickdraw badge allowed a lot of bad shooters, or not even bad shooters, bad releases to be serviceable, to be usable. Like, again, the prime example is the Quickdraw badge made Dwayne Wade. It made Dwayne Wade. Like, Dwayne Wade, best release in the game, in my opinion, apart from maybe Thad Young. And if you guys go back to 2K19, which I did a couple weeks ago, and tried to use Dwayne Wade, funnily enough, he's the same looking release, it's just very slow. It feels like Dwayne Wade on about Silver Quickdraw, which is actually a really slow release in NBA 2K, or even, sorry, Bronze Quickdraw, which is a really slow release in NBA 2K20. So in my team, it's going to be a weird one. It's like, will they, rather than Quickdraw badge, will they start slowing down all the or speeding up all the releases as we get on the year, like they did with Kevin Garnett in 2K19? It's going to be a very, very interesting one, and I do think that the Quickdraw badge, while there is no negatives to getting rid of the badge in terms of my players, in terms of my team, I think there might actually be negatives, honestly, because I think they're going to do exactly what they did with Quickdraw, make those releases gradually faster. I think they're going to do that throughout the year, and if they don't, it means that there's going to be a lot of players, like for example Kevin Garnett, who has historically a slow release, that might end up just being worthless because of that badge. So last up is probably the only real thing in terms of my team that's been a change. There's been a lot of stuff like, oh, unlimited, like just quote, unlimited is changing. However, the control over the evos is something that is a change in my team. I talked about it a lot yesterday, but it is something that I think is kind of important. That you're going to have more controls on what you evo, or over what parts you evo. So it seems like it'll be like bits and pieces of evos rather than a whole bunch of requirements to evo a whole bunch of things. It'll be probably smaller requirements to evo smaller things, which makes evoing cards a lot more, it's going to make it kind of a lot more just different, I guess, in terms of like even selling cards. For example, if you've evoed the really difficult thing to evo and you're in a card and then sell them, and they end up the same overall, something that's easier to evo, different types of evos might end up making cards different. So I think that's a really, really interesting thing to differentiate cards. But anyway, yeah, that is pretty much it. Not that long a video, but these are 5 changes from NBA 2K20 My Team that we already know from are going to be in NBA 2K21 My Team. Probably will make a similar video to this later on in the year. Well, not later on in the year, later on this month. But at the end of the day, this is all we know so far. So anyway, that's the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.
I think you only love me cause I'm poppin'. This a layup, this a rebound, then it's robbing. Tyson with the fade, not the hair, my hands rocking. When I link with ball point, you know it's not, no.